Welcome to Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. This is Jim Deadman, and I've just got today's video together for you. So I hope you enjoy what we're doing here in the shop. So pull your chair up virtually beside the computer, your television, whatever you watch these videos on. Sit back and enjoy the video. Good day. This is Jim, your buddy Jim. I hope you've got your chair ready. I'm making more household stuff today, and here it is. This is just a plain clear shelf. Basically something similar to the wine stopper rack, but this is basically another version of it for our kitchen. I'm going to make another one, but I won't make a video about it. The other one will be a corner shelf similar to this. I'm waiting on a piece of Lexan for it. This is some still left over from the other. So here's a little kitchen decorative shelf. So, as I say, title of this video, Machinist makes a kitchen decorative shelf. Hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to saw this piece of Lexan, and if those of you watch my videos, you'll recognize this is the same piece of Lexan that we had the other day. And this is a project for the house, actually. Chris is wanting a couple of shelves for our kitchen, so that's what we're going to be making, is these kitchen shelves. And I'm going to start, and these will be together on the video. Today is going to be making the one shelf. I've got some notes here. It makes sense to me, but nobody else. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be making some shelving. Unlike my other project with my stepdaughter Terrace that you've seen me make, this is going in the house. This will be an actual little shelf. I'm going to use the same techniques. So since I'm making this as a shelf and not like the wine rack, which needed the holes all in line and everything, you know, if you remember when I drilled the other one, it was drilled basically with a half-inch, you know, that basically a half-inch off the edges and all this. I just took and laid this out real quick. This is a little bit out of square, actually. Piece of material is, but we want, when the legs go on, you want them to be exactly right. Alright, so now all I got to do is run this one a little bit, because it didn't look like it cleaned the hole up. There. Alright, now I'm going to walk over here and deburr them. It's a great morning this morning. We're working on the table. This particular table is going to be for our living room, or actually living room. It's actually going to go in our kitchen of all places. And so what I'm doing is I decided I wanted to have black legs instead of white legs on the bottom. So what we're going to do is get us a little piece of knurling here, and we'll take this little piece of knurling, and I'll have to get my thingy out here too. Just reminding myself I got to set up to do this, because we're going to drill and tap these today. And I'm going to try to crank it back a little bit to about 1 inch. Lock the handle. And what we're going to do here is we're going to we're making the legs, and these are going to, this is closer to 3/4 than the white. Still got some of this black. I just wanted to contrast the black today. So the Y gauging on, the I gauging zeroed, and lock. The drill is about a 1/2 inch deep. We're going to make these about 1 inch long, so there'll be a little, so we won't have no stick out. All right, and we just tap the, why don't I take that drill out? Hang loose just a second, I'll bring you back. Try something different today. I got a few of this live center deal that I come across somewhere. I actually bought it for a project, and I've never used it. So this, well, you know, I don't like 1032s or anything like that to be done any other way. So we'll just run these, and that's why I like to hand tap my small stuff too. And we're going in, I'm going to have these legs will be 1 inch long. Now what we'll eventually do, obviously, is we're going to machine this like we did the other day. We made the wine stopper rack, and I'm going to make 2 of these tables, but I'll probably just show, well, one, I don't have the material. So when I'm going to do this in today on camera, and my material will come in the other, I'm going to make all my legs and stuff today. And so when my stuff comes in off for the material next week, I will be able to do it. Let me bring you back in a second. Excuse me, I had to go hunt a missing scale. I just don't know about that, people. I think we're going to have to move it out. And we're going to make these 1 inch long. The diameter of these legs are flexible. I'm going to, and because I want a good thread in them, so I use a drill. Again, I'm just whacking these off because there's going to be other machining involved. So I got to make, I'm actually going to make 7 of these. The one table is going to be a triangular table. So I'll bring you back in a little while. I've got to do 6 more of these. And one of the things I'm going to say is I'm very scared of a tap, especially when I get in these 1032s. I broke a lot of 1032s along the way trying to power tap. So that's the one thing I thought I'd mention here along the way. And these projects that you'll see me sometimes hand tap, sometimes power tap, that's how I make my decision. I thought I'd just throw that in. All right, I'm going to try to get this right this time. Here's the screw and a little Loctite. I don't have a cameraman. I'm the cameraman. I'm a one-man show here. So all we're doing is just putting these screws in. This will be for the assemblies. And if you've seen my videos of these things before, you'll know what I'm doing. So this is just basically getting this to where the Loctite will lock up. You see I haven't even taken the ends off. Excuse me from getting out of focus. There we go. And the ends and everything. I've got 3 of them done. I need to do the other 4. Okay, now we have some aluminum pieces. And these aluminum pieces will be just about like the other. And I'm just going to do this side with the only difference on the aluminum is I'm just going to drill tap, thread them, and flip them. We'll cut them off later. And when they're flipped, they'll be drilled on the other side, obviously, for the 1032s. So basically, we're doing the same routine, different material, put in a center drill. I'm just going to give you a different view. And so you know, you just see a different view here that from what you see with the plastic, so you can see a little different view. But well, I'm not got it. There you go. And just lock it up. Turn this on. Make sure it touches. Hit 0. We're going to drill these in a 1/2 inch at least, so that we have plenty of room to work. It's not going to matter. Might even go a little. In fact, I'm going to go a little deeper on these because they're a little longer. These will probably go 600 thousandths because I'm going to go an extra 150 thousandths or so. About actually extra 200 thousandths. These will be longer anyway, and that way my screws won't give me no trouble when I get ready to do them. And that's, you know, that's always the key here when you're doing this. I'm going to basically do the same routine here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just take this cutoff tool out. This don't need to be in the way. And we're just going to tap these all out by hand just like that. And I'll just start them with the drill as long as they're fairly straight. Because we're going to, again, all this will be turned in one operation to clean up. So basically what we're going to do is turn these a little undersized 3/4 to get a clean finish, and everything will be nice and parallel all the way up to the length we want. And so that'll make this a lot nicer. And so there you go. One hand tapped, nice deep hand tapped hole. Then I'll flip this over and we'll do the other side. And then I'll put one together on camera for you. All right, here we go. This is the piece I just did on the lathe. Basically, we're going to do the same thing. And it may be that you'll notice they're pretty close to the same size right now. But these are going to get turned flush. Now, the reason they're being done double-ended, it's just easier to machine them this way. And this, we'll cut these to proper length and we'll have the leftover. Just makes it easier to deal with when you're trying to make them. So here I am screwing these two together. That way this Loctite can be curing, and while I'm working on some more. Alright, I already had this knurled up from the previous ones I made. So basically what I've done is I already made turn one. I might have to probably turn some more brass. So what we're doing is, again, this is still just sort of a work in progress here, so to speak. I'm making these 1/8 of an inch and turn them down to a 1/2. Then we're going to have 1/8 of an inch head on them. So let me go back up a gear. And so we're close to a 1/2 inch. Again, all these are not what you call chiseled and stone dimensions. These are just rough dimensions that I came up with. And I'm going to measure it because I've got a 0 set here. I'm pretty darn close. I'm good to go. Let me double check that and see if that's a 1/2 right quick. Or close to 1/2. Yep, it's about around where the other's at. I mean, if it's in 5-10 thousandths, it's going to be perfectly all right because let me a little deburr this. When you have this set up like this, it's really handy. Mr. Pete, turn your head. He hates air. I mean, air is good and bad. You have to kind of look at it from that point of view. All right. And there's times, like I say air is good, and there's times air isn't. So you just got to kind of take your lumps with it. Again, this is nothing. It's going to be scaring the devil out of precision. It's just enough. It's just getting something close. And you know, once you have, I may have to knurl me another piece actually, probably. This is left over and I can't get no more out of this piece because what it is. So just let it fall right down there in the chip pan. I hope to get all 4 of them out of this one piece, but we will see. This is actually the second one. I done the first one off camera so to make sure I know what I was doing. So I wasn't looking like that proverbial monkey that I've mentioned a couple of times. That little Risu's like sex with football. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to knurl this piece up to make these other ones. I'm not going to just show you that. I'm just showing you this little unique setup. I've got this little center that I picked up. I've never used it. And I thought I'd try it today. Just something I had. So, okay, get my cutting oil here ready. Spindle loaded. Make me up a little bit of pressure on the knurl. Anytime I'm making thumb screws like this, I'm going to have to stop and fill my thing up, so give me a minute. I'm just very carefully cutting this off so I'll have me a piece to work with. So while it's chucked up, I just grab the cutoff tool. We're going to hold it on this end and work from it. The rest of it's going to be basically the same thing I was doing, just making a little, drilling them, and once I get them chucked up, just drilling them and tapping them and cutting them off, machining them like I was doing before. I just didn't have enough stock to finish them. Unfortunately, I didn't have another piece that size. I looked at several different options. The reason I chose this particular piece I'm working with is because it was sort of lack of a better word, it was just sort of, I'm going to tell you that this is not wanting to, I'm not feeling good about that. I'm going to go ahead and just break this off. Keep from having an accident or something. So I wasn't feeling good about this, but this gets me a piece to work with, and I'll just make some more off camera. Now what we're doing is it's basically facing the tent saw. We're going to turn these things down and get them ready to be used. Loctite set sufficient on this and give us a good Loctite. Basically, all we're doing is once I get a cut here, it's not a big cut. We want to go across here and make sure these things are round. I don't think that's round yet. I'm not shooting for a size as much as I am a round. I want it to be round. But if it's a little bit, there's not a size to this. This is just basically a leg. So it goes right from the plastic right into the aluminum. And these are being turned a little bit longer than what they need to be so we can machine them. We've got a lot more machining to do on them. So and there that is. That's clean. We'll set it up, put the cutoff tool in it, and we'll cut it off at the length we're looking for. inches. Should be about 3 inches. Now I'm gonna go back and face the other end, and obviously a lot more stuff. So we'll make these all the same within a couple of thousandths. So basically all we're doing right now, and I should have already done this on this rubber end. Take a file and knock the little round edge off. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna set the OD in here. We're gonna let the tool cut it off, and that's the first of the legs. Now I'll go back and I'll face these legs to a consistent length when I get them all made. So they'll all be within a couple of, within several, maybe 3 or 4 thousandths or so. Well, these will be drilled. Now, see, they still got to be drilled and tapped in the other end for ease of assembly. So, there is one of the legs finished. Well, there is the completed little shelf. It's a lot like the bracket I made a few weeks ago, or a couple videos back. Basically, it's the same thing, except it's just a little bit bigger. It's just going to sit on the kitchen shelf somewhere on organic, and just to set stuff. I think it's kind of the plan to be able to slide stuff under it. So that's one done. There will be another one. I'll just put the finished of it in the slop video, because it'll have to have, it'll be a corner shelf with 3 legs. So that's the completed project. That's today's video of the project that I did. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please remember, this is a copyrighted production of James Dedman Sawlogs Plastic Hubs for your enjoyment here on YouTube. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. And while you're at it, if you have other friends that like to watch machine videos, or an old guy out playing in the shop, how about jumping in and tell them, hey, come over to the channel and give us a try. I really would appreciate it. Again, thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for the ones who comment. They're always welcome. And again, we will see you in the next video. Have a great day. And like I say, thanks for watching again.